Hi guys, welcome back. So I'm gonna try to do this video very quickly because I do have a meeting at 12:30 with my group members here on campus. But you guys, hopefully we can get through this because my camera been acting weird as well. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they don't want me to do these videos. I don't know, but I just love doing these videos, you guys. I'm gonna get it knocked out anyway. So I'm gonna come talk to you guys very quickly about Minute Maid Dick. Now, I know you guys are like, what in the hell? But I was inspired to this topic over the holidays, you guys. You guys know I spent my Christmas and New Year's vacation in New York City for 3 weeks. And I had lots and lots of fun. For you guys who missed out, you guys can go check out my YouTube channel. I created a whole album. Actually, I created a whole album on Facebook. But I created a whole playlist of Christmas in New York, so you guys go check that out. You guys can see all the wonderful videos I made when I spent my time in New York City over the holidays. But you guys, like, where do I begin? Oh my gosh. So like I said, I was inspired to this video based on my visit to New York. And when I was there, actually before I got there, you guys know that I was dating this guy from Gambia, right, from Africa. And he's a really good guy. I told you guys about him kind of briefly here and there. And, you know, he's a very good guy. Do you know if we have spring break at Practicum at all? Okay, I'll have to send that later. Dang, every time I start these videos, I get messages. So, yeah, I would say, you know, I was attracted to him, apparently. You know, he was a very respectable guy. He, you know, was very hospitable, you know, welcomed me in, like, you know, made me feel like I was at home at his place, you know, wine and dine me, he fed me, you know, he hosted me at his place. He, like I told you guys, did my laundry. I'm like, you don't have to do my laundry, but offered to do my laundry. What's up, Fred? Offered to do my laundry, and he was just there. Like, I felt like I had known him for a long time. And, you know, I had known him for a brief time, actually. It was, you know, back, we met around Thanksgiving time. So I had visited him, it was like December. But I felt like I had known this guy like forever. I mean, our souls just clicked, like we bonded, right? Y'all. I'm gonna get to it. So, like, yeah, we was good, you know, vibing and everything. And I told you guys that he was a Muslim, you know, go to the mosque, pray like 5 times a day, super religious. And I was just like, dude, you in love with God, you might as well just marry God, you know. But, you know, I think I tried to be patient as long as I could, considering our differences in our culture and just, you know, his religion, and being that I'm agnostic, you know, it's just different. But we're the same, but we're different, right? And I didn't tell you guys this part, but thinking back, I want to make this video on this because actually I've made a video about this before, about erectile dysfunction disorder. And I talked to you guys about how men sometimes struggle with being able to maintain an erection through completion, you know, through ejaculation. Like, a lot of times there's premature ejaculation. When I say ejaculation, I mean ejaculation at the point when a man wants to. That's what determines premature, you know. And for men who ejaculate too soon, they don't want to ejaculate that soon, you know, but they do. And I found it to be quite interesting. Now, for me, I don't feel like I make a guy feel uncomfortable. And this is the thing, I have to give you guys a backdrop so you guys don't look at me like, oh, she's a hoe. No, I'm not a hoe. I was seriously talking to this guy. I was beginning to, you know, fall in love. We had strong feelings towards each other. We were monogamous. He was into me. I was into him. And prior to that, I hadn't dated anyone for an entire year. I was single. I was abstinent for an entire year, you guys. The entire 2018. Because I had my relationship before that ended December 2017, and you guys know I was dating this guy from New York for 3 years, and it was a really intense relationship, but it just could not stand. And he even moved with me out here to California, to LA from New York. You know, we were cool, you know, but things just kind of fell apart, and I'm not about to go into that. That's a whole separate video that I kind of already went into before. But things just didn't, you know, pan out how we expected, and we ended up going our separate ways, and we broke up December 2017. So from that time through, let's say, Thanksgiving, yeah, that's when I met the guy from Gambia. I was a single woman. I was mainly focused on school, doing my thing, just doing Danielle, you know, right? And I'm like, I felt like I was in a good space when I was single, you know, just focusing, doing me. And by the way, how you guys doing? You guys can feel free to comment. You know, I think I'm trying to get this out really quickly, because I know that I'm going to have my classmates come in. They're going to hear me talk about, like, Minute Maid dick. And I'm like, what? So I'm trying to go and get this out pretty quickly. But if somehow they do come in, I have to end this video, then I will do a part 2 after class today. And I get out today at 4 p.m. That's Pacific Standard Time. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so you guys can come back. But so yeah, I was focused, like super focused all 2018. I was just on my grind, going to school, going to work. Wasn't really thinking. I mean, I was talking to guys here and there just by phone, but I wasn't talking to guys like face to, like I wasn't involved in a relationship with anyone seriously, on purpose, you know, because I felt like, I don't know, I get impatient sometimes when it comes to relationships, and I'm like, you know, if you really gonna do this or we ain't, right? So yeah, and then I met the guy from Gambia, and I was just like, oh, it's like a match made in heaven. Like, I felt like he was the one, he felt like I was the one. We met each other face to face, we bonded, we instantaneously, we gravitated towards each other. I remember the first day that I was there in New York, like, you know, we cuddled and we kissed, and it was just so passionate. And no, we didn't have sex, but we were very intimate, you know, with each other. And then, of course, eventually the sex came. And when the sex came, this is why I'm inspired to this video, because it's like, when the sex came, you guys, it came. And it came very quickly. It was like, he was in, and then he was out. Like, the moment he stuck it in, he came, and I'm just like, oh my freaking gosh, why? Because it's the thing, it's like, being that I know that I'm a clean person, he's a clean person, and we were monogamous, we were seriously dating each other, like, I don't like to use condoms. He, of course, does, you know, with his whole religion thing. So he ended up making a compromise where we didn't use a condom, and he came so quickly. He was like, all right, I won't use a condom, just stick it in and take it out. And literally, that's what happened. I don't think he intended it, though, because I was like, wait a minute. I was like, what is that warm stuff? Like, so quick. Like, the moment he stuck it in, it was like, I felt warm stuff, and I'm like, did you come already? It was like, yeah. And I can hear the disappointment in his voice. And I'm just like, how in the hell you stick it in and then you come? But I think it was just so much, what do you call it? So much buildup, right? Like, when you're anticipating something, and it's just like, we have been talking and vibing. And when I say we have been talking like all day, we would be on the phone for hours talking to each other. So we really got to know each other very well. And we spent a lot of time together, you know, even when I got there. And I think like he was ready. But on top of that, I have something else to say about that, because it's like, being that, of course, it was raw, you know, we didn't use a condom. And I feel like, I forget to preface this video, like, this video is for people who are adults, 18 and over. If you're immature, this video is not for you, because, yes, I'm going to use some language, and I'm going to go all in, you get what I'm saying? I feel like this is a mature conversation, so if you guys like, this ain't for you. I don't like when people give me that kind of reaction, because I feel like I'm an adult, and I can handle a mature conversation, and you guys who are watching should be able to as well, because you're an adult. I guess we're not meeting at 12:30. I don't know. I told them what room I'm in, but I don't know. If they were not meeting, then good. I can continue talking to you guys. Yeah, he was excited. So, yeah, I think he was so excited. And I know I'm tight. Like, your girl tight. Because, like I said, I haven't been having sex. And even prior to that, even though my last sexual encounter, but prior to him, was with my ex of 3 years. So I was dating from New York. It was in December 2017. Like, that was kind of like a quick thing too. It wasn't like, you know, I was having sex with him continuously because we were going through a breakup, and y'all know how that shit is. It was just crazy. So yeah, I think because I hadn't had any kind of penetration, your girl was just like a virgin all over again. And then like he felt that. I mean, like when he stuck it in, I was just like, whoa. Yeah, I was like, whoa. This might be too much information for some of you guys, but I was just like, whoa. And then he came. When I say like instantaneously, like it was in, and then boom, he came. I'm just like, dude. But the thing is I wasn't disappointed because I feel like it's not his fault. You know, like if a guy has premature ejaculation, if he has erectile dysfunction disorder, like whatever the case may be, like it's not that I'm going to be mad at him and blame him just not leaving. Okay, so maybe I guess we're not meeting. All right, so yeah, I felt like it's not necessarily his fault. What's up, Chuck Woody? Yeah, so I feel like it's not his fault. It's not like I got upset at him and I didn't want to communicate that to him. Like I'm upset. So I had a smile on my face and I was just like, okay, it's okay. And so then he, you know, he got off of me. And he was just like, and he just looked so disappointed, you know. And then he went to the bathroom to clean up. But that wasn't it. Like that was like our first like sexual encounter, and then after that, like he wanted to use a condom. He made it very like clear that, you know, I want to use a condom because, you know, my religion says this. Islam, he says that they're first of all not allowed to have sex before marriage, you know, and then on top of that, let's say if you do have sex, like they're not, they're against like having children out of wedlock, which I am too. I'm totally against that, right? But at the same time, I think I'm a little bit more flexible because I'm like, okay, if I have a child out of a wedlock, it's going to be with somebody, of course, that I'm involved with, like it's a serious relationship, and then I plan to get married to. Like we can make this thing work. But for him, he's like with Islam, if a child is conceived out of wedlock, then the man has to wait until after the baby is born to marry the woman. And I'm just like, dude, what? It doesn't make sense to me, and I still have to confirm whether that's true or not, because I'm like, I ain't never heard no shit like that before. Like that sounds so far off. So if you guys are Muslim within the Islamic faith, let me in on that, because that didn't make sense to me. There's some things that just didn't make sense. I'm like, wait a minute, do you got a whole other situation going on? Like, what's the truth, right? But yeah, and so it's like, you know, of course we had sex several times after that with a condom. Okay, she's coming. So let me have her wrap this up real quick. I'm gonna do a part 2 to this. We had sex after that with a condom, you know, several times, and it was still quick. I think this is the thing. He tried to make it seem like, oh, it's about religion, why he used a condom. I'm like, it ain't about religion. It's because his ass came quick. Like, without a condom, of course, you feel everything, so you're going to come quicker. He came super quick, like the moment, stick it in, it came. I was just like, it was like magic. Like, what? And so, but the condom did slow it down a little bit, where he didn't come, like, within seconds, but he came still within minutes, like 2 minutes. I'm like, this dude is a Minute Maid man. Like, ow. I didn't communicate that to him. I never try to make a guy feel like bad about whatever, you know. But maybe his spirit picked up on my spirit and sensed that, okay, he just didn't, you know, he felt that. I'm pretty sure he felt like maybe I was disappointed. And then, of course, he's disappointed because he came. Anytime a man comes before they want to, before they desire to, then that's, you know, premature ejaculation. Right? And so I think he was disappointed by that. And I think that's the reason why we had this distance that grew between us, because it impacts a man's self-esteem. This is the part I really want to talk about, and I hate that I have to end this video because I got my meeting coming, but it really negatively impacts a man's self-esteem, like his sense of manhood, when he can't even keep his dick up, you know? Like, a man's manhood is tied literally to his manhood. That's what they call it, manhood, you know? His penis is his manhood. And when a man cannot completely and thoroughly satisfy a woman, or even himself sexually, it's just like that takes a hit on his self-esteem. you know, on his ego, on his self-confidence. And so I realized that, and I think that in his mind, he kind of wanted to take a step back and not even have sex, because what's the point of having sex if you can't enjoy it? You know, you can't even please your partner. And for you guys watching, feel free to comment on your experience in relation to this, because I think that this is a topic that we don't talk about enough. It happens to many people. Millions of men and women, of course, are impacted by this issue of erectile dysfunction. And women, we have our own version of that as well, where, you know, we have issues with lubrication. So it's the issue of the arousal phase. Basically, is different phases of the sexual response cycle. And within the beginning phase of the sexual response cycle, the arousal phase for both men and women, you know, there can be issues with that. So for women can have issues with lubrication. Men can have issues being able to get a full erection or maintain a full erection to the point where it's rigid, you know, it's strong. And it can be as a result of many different factors. So you guys have to go back and watch my video that I made on erectile dysfunction disorder. But I talk about this, like, it can be due to mental illness. It can be due to stress, I think, is the biggest factor, you know. Even Michael mentioned excitement. Like, he was excited. When you overexcited, you just anticipating it too much, that, yeah, it's like that comes before anything else, you know. It's like you need to slow down a little bit. And I think beyond that, though, if a man doesn't have sex that often, I think that can happen too. But given that he's 41, it comes also with age. So with age, you know, men experience impotence issues where, yeah, they have trouble maintaining an erection. They don't have trouble getting one, because that wasn't an issue. Dude definitely had an erection, and that came pretty quickly. I mean, we would just be cuddling on the couch and boom, he's erect. But it's just a matter of maintaining that erection. I think that is an issue for a lot of men, and maintaining it through the point of ejaculation, at the point that a man wants to ejaculate, you know, so that it's not premature. It's unfortunate. And of course drugs, but he didn't do any drugs or alcohol. Like, he's a strict Muslim, and I'm thinking, like, dude, you pray 5 times a day. Where's your God? Where's Muhammad when you need him? Like, you pray all this praying, why Muhammad can't keep your dick hard? You know, I was like, so inside, of course I didn't communicate this to him, but looking back now, I'm just thinking, like, damn, what's the point? I actually was going to title this video, No Sex in 2018, or No Sex Challenge in 2018. But for me, I don't even think it's much of a challenge. For me, I think it's very easy to abstain from having sex for that reason, and other reasons are tied into that. It's like, why even have sex if you, number one, can't even enjoy it, and then at the same time, it's just like, it's not going to be a long-term thing. Because I don't know if you guys have seen, but I know I told you guys this, that we decided it just wasn't going to work. And I wouldn't say, I don't know, it was directly connected to the sex. It could be, but I think, yeah, it could have had a part in it, you know, because like I said, I think that it impacted his confidence and his ego. Like, come on, man, you know, it does something. I can tell that it did something to him. He was just disappointed, and it's just like, don't be disappointed at me. And I feel like, hey, it's something we can work through. But I feel like men can be so ashamed. They're so, oh, I gotta be a man, you know, you gotta show that you're hard and tough. And so if you miss the mark, you know, and if that happens where you come, I don't know what's up with my phone, I had to buy me a new phone. But if you come too quickly, it's just like, oh, the cat is out the bag, like, she knows your secret, so you're not, like, tough anymore. I learned at 52 it's all about foreplay. It helps with lasting erection in most cases. Dude, we did a lot of foreplay. That's the thing. Like, the first day we had sex, it was a lot of foreplay. It was amazing foreplay. I'm like, dude, know what he's doing. That's one thing I like about older men, because they know a woman's body better than a younger man. I think younger men are just so quick to try to get to have sex, but older men, they know how to, like, find their way, and they just know how to stimulate a woman's body in a very special way. And so it was amazing foreplay. And I think this is the thing, I think he engaged in a long-term amount of foreplay because he was trying to delay that, because I think he comes quickly. So that's the thing, you know, and I feel like that's the reason why they make Viagra, and they have all different kinds of medications for men to sustain the erection, sometimes longer than what they want. But I mean, hell, I think it's better because it makes the sex more enjoyable, you know. Some men like, well, do I want a long erection, you know, to be hard for hours when you don't even want to have sex? Or is it that you just have to face the fact that you're going to come quickly and your erection isn't going to last long naturally? So you have to choose one or the other. It's hard, or just choose not to have sex. And I think for him, he made that decision, like, you know what, it's just not even worth it. I give up, you know, because he can't please the women. Come on in. So my group members are coming in, so I'm going to have to end this video, you guys, but feel free to continue the conversation below, and I will come back and probably do a part 2. I just find it really interesting. I'm doing this video on Minute Maid men. But, all right, I'm going to catch you guys later. Love you guys. Bye.